I was being bullied. The assholes who bullied me threatened to come to my house. I begged them, pleaded with them not to come, because they don't know the truth. I'm the only normal person in my family. My dad is a serial killer. My mom is a possessive psycho. My brother is a full-blown sociopath. And me? I'm just a sweet, harmless, innocent little flower. I walked home, my heart heavy as lead. My father opened the door. He was wearing an apron, his smile gentle. Hungry? Dad saved some snacks for you. His smile widened, and a chill ran straight down my spine. His apron was splattered with flecks of blood. The blood was fresh. Clearly, it had just sprayed onto him. Dad followed my terrified gaze down and chuckled. I've gone and dirted the apron again. Your mother's going to scold me. I trembled as I took off my shoes and walked inside. A young woman was tied to a chair. Her hair was a tangled mess, her face bloody. Her upper and lower lips had been sewn together with thread. When she saw me, she made frantic, muffled sounds, her eyes screaming for help. I flinched and looked away. This woman, she abandoned her daughter, not even 5 years old, to go fool around with some man. That poor child was run over by a car, crushed into a bloody pulp. Can you imagine the pain she was in before she died? Dad's voice was soft, almost soothing. I sat stiffly on the sofa, afraid to look in her direction. A moment later, a horrific, gurgling scream filled the room. The woman's agonized cries lasted for more than 10 minutes before finally fading away. Dad took off his glasses, wiped a smear of blood from the lens, and smiled at me. Ava, sweetheart, Dad's about to cut this auntie into little pieces. It might spoil your appetite, so you should go to your room. Permission granted. I bolted. I heard Dad let out a long sigh behind me. I heard him mutter, "How is this kid's personality nothing like ours?" By now, my legs were shaking so badly I could barely stand. My whole body was slick with cold sweat. This wasn't the first time I'd seen Dad kill. The first time he did it in front of me, I was 5. As I watched in horror, Dad sliced a man's throat wide open. He said the man had beaten his wife for years, until she finally jumped from their balcony, but the man was never punished. So, Dad had to punish him personally. I took a deep breath, fighting to calm down. But what truly terrified me was tomorrow night. The kids who bully me every day, they were coming to my house. Just thinking of their faces made my stomach twist into knots. I begged them, again and again, not to come, but they just grabbed my hair, slapped me a few times, and laughed, saying they wanted to see what kind of family could raise a cockroach like me. But they don't know. No one who has ever visited my house has ever left alive. There was a knock on my bedroom door. I opened it. My mother stood there. Mom has a stunningly beautiful, harmless-looking face, but only I know how terrifying she really is. Mom smiled, her eyes fixed on me. "Take off your clothes, Mom." I looked at her, almost begging, but I trembled and stripped off my clothes, revealing my body, covered in injuries of all sizes. "Who did this?" Mom's smile grew wider, but I knew this meant she was absolutely furious. When she gets this angry, she does terrible things. When I was 5, a little boy at kindergarten pulled out a chunk of my hair. The next day, that boy disappeared. The news said he accidentally fell from a building and died, but only I knew. The lollipop clutched in his hand when he died. It was the exact brand Mom always bought for me. When I was in elementary school, a teacher assumed I was poor and always singled me out for ridicule. Even when I was on cleaning duty with my deskmate, she'd always give me the filthiest jobs. She just laughed when I slipped and fell in the bathroom, struggling with a heavy bucket of water. I didn't dare tell my family. I hated that teacher, but I didn't want my family to do something bad. But Mom, with her sharp senses, found out anyway. Not long after, I saw the teacher's death on the news. She was walking home at night, was attacked by several thugs, and tortured to death. Her arms and legs were snapped while she was still alive. When I saw the photos of the thugs on TV, my blood ran cold, because I had seen Mom talking and laughing with them near our house just days before. Mom's cold fingers traced the bruises on my body. I was yanked back to the present, shivering violently. Mom let out a soft sigh.